with the cold weather, we do have to swap out the water in the chickens every few hours or so, just so that it stays thawed or it doesn't freeze up on them. So we have 2 waterers, and it's about 1 in the afternoon, so I'm going to go grab the waterer and swap it out. I also have their afternoon snack, so we'll give that to them too. Now we keep our water in the GPS, which stays about 65 degrees. So this one here is thawed. We'll grab this one and go get the frozen one. Hey girls, what's going on? Hi everybody. Hello ladies. So I've got a funny story to tell you guys about the chickens. So the other day, laying right here, was a dead mouse. So one of these girls got a hold of it, probably this one here. That's Thelma. Hey Thelma. And they killed it. They didn't eat it, but they killed it. Now we do have one chicken that is acting different. We don't know what's going on with her, but she definitely is acting a little different. And that's going to be Abigail. Now we don't have a lot of experience with chickens. This is our first real winter with them, but we do know our chickens' behaviors as far as them being good, and she's acting different. Now we don't know if she's getting broody, if she's sick, or what, but she's definitely slowed down from her usual busy self. So we're just keeping an eye on her. She is definitely, something's off with her. I mean, even just sitting here, she has one eye closed. And I'm noticing, actually, that one eye, there's something definitely up with it. We're gonna have to look into that. So I'm not really sure what's happening with that eye, but I think at this point we're gonna snap some photos and send it off to a friend of ours whom we got the chickens from, and see what she says. It's always sad when you see things like that and you don't know how to fix it. You know, being out here, a lot of this is just learning as we go. It'd be impossible to learn everything about every scenario. Sometimes you just got to go through it. We went through it with Black Betty when she had Bumblefoot for the first time. We went through it with Thelma when she had the Bumblefoot. We went through it with Betty when we found out she had water belly, and she unfortunately passed away. But now we're going through this new issue with Abigail, and it's just a learning process, man. You can't learn, like I said, you can't know everything about everything. And especially if you're, new to this lifestyle, new to having animals, sometimes you're going to end up losing them because you just don't know. And you're in that learning process, that learning stage. And I suspect that's what's happening with Abigail. So hoping that it's something that we can fix, but only time will tell. So while we wait for a response from our friend, if you guys have any suggestions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. Okay, so it seems that we need to separate Abigail from the rest of the flock. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any place that we can do that right now. We will next year, but we don't have anything like that right now. So, I got to figure something out to build, or I got to figure out where we're going to put her for now, because I'm not sure. Okay, so I have a solution to separate Abigail. It's temporary, like I said, and it's only, to get us through what we're doing right, or what she's going through right now. Next year we'll have a completely different setup in the chicken coop area, where we'll have 2 coops. One we can, if we ever have this issue again, we can separate them and they'll be protected and so forth. The problem I have right now is I don't have any place, and I'm not set up to protect her from stoats. That's really the biggest predator we have out here. And so the only thing I can think of is putting her in the kitchen. I'm going to make some space over here, bring in a moving blanket and her cage, and get it set up in here so that at least she's out of the wind. Obviously, it's not ideal, but I think it's going to work temporarily. So I've got to get my butt moving and get this built, or get this set up, and then get her in here. So the only bedding we have is straw, and the only straw I have is in the garden, and I just hope I can get it. I hope I can get in there. So I got the basics set up, so now it's time to get Abigail. I don't suspect it's going to be very difficult. Nope, she's standing right here. I should just be able to reach down and pick her up. So you can see why we're concerned. She has that eye and she is breathing a little rough. So we're going to go ahead and bring her, get her isolated. Okay, so we've got her in her little isolation cell, which is basically, this is our crate that we've used in the past for isolation. We have to quarantine the birds. We will bring her, we've got a little container for the water, and then we'll put that blanket over it tonight so that she stays warm. This is part of the homesteading side that Jen and I have no experience on. And like I said earlier, every bird is a learning process for us. Despite our initial excitement about this flock, the reality is this flock are the pioneers. So we're going to keep her in here until we figure out what's happening with her eye. Now that Abigail is separated and Jen is looking into finding some medications that we can give her. I don't know if she's going to find anything, but that we can get to readily. That's quick and easy, right? But she's looking. So, okay, so it is the next day, and we did get some medication for her. What did we get?
We got, hold on, I was keeping it warm.
Oh, yeah, it's the Vet RX. Vet RX. So
it's like Vicks.
Yeah.
For chickens.
For chickens. So we are gonna get some eye medication as well. We're waiting for TSC to get it back in stock. They didn't have any. So once we get that, then we'll put that on her eye. But for now, we're gonna throw some Vet RX on it, and yeah. All right, are we ready?
Yeah, why don't you take the food and water and just set it out over here.
Okay. Oh, thank you for peeing and pooping.
Do it now.
Do it now. So there's our girl right now, hanging out. And she just finished pooping, and it stinks. Oh boy, it stinks. Come here, girl. I know. I know. Okay.
All right, so we're supposed to rub some of this on her comb. And we're going to do it right here, on her head. Down here, we're going to get her beak. And if she happens to open her mouth, we're going to put a little bit in her mouth. And then I'm going to put a little bit under her wings, because when she goes to clean herself, and the fact that her body's warm, it'll heat it all up and give that vapor smell.
All right, let's do it.
Definitely smells like Vicks.
Cool.
All right, so
Come on, big girl.
let's do this side because this is the side I'm going to be able to see a little bit better.
I'm really glad you pooped before I grabbed you, baby.
All right. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's all right. I know. I don't want to get it in your eyeball. I'm just going to rub it on you. There you go. Get you all nice and oiled up there. A little bit more on her backside of her head.
Oh, I can smell that.
Yeah. Let's put it all over. That way she's smelling it. It's okay. I know. It's okay. Yeah.
So Abigail here has been our most consistent, really best chicken we've had. I think.
She's our
She's
big.
been kind of like the queen.
All right. You're not going to like me very much.
She's been kind of like the queen chicken here.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to open up, huh? Yeah.
She's all right. That eye is swollen.
Yeah. It's got a
Little
Oozy.
some oozies in it too. It's okay,
It's
baby.
okay.
All right, run under the ring now.
I guess she's going to give me that one. Yeah. It's okay.
Now this stuff is supposed to act very similar to like Vicks for us. So the idea is that if she does have a respiratory issue that's in conjunction with the eye issue, that this will help clear it up. And we've seen a lot of things online and of other chicken owners who use just the VetRx, and it cleans up their respiratory issues and their eye issues. So
Just like ours, ours is an eye, nose, ears, and throat
Yeah.
thing. That's exactly what it is
Yeah.
for that.
but I want to show you guys what's going on with that eye. You can see how it's closed up. It's got some oozy stuff coming out. So that's what and we did catch her early, so that's good. Okay.
Let's put her down, see if she'll drink any. Eat any. So we're going to do that twice a day. Once in the morning and then once in the evening before she goes to sleep. Hopefully in the next 5 days we'll start to see some improvement. She's breathing that stuff in pretty good. She doesn't... She's not rasping or anything, which is a good
No.
sign.
Yeah.
But I think she's basically got a head cold.
Yep.
Right, baby?
So it's important to note that Jen and I's experience with chickens is very slim. We're learning as we're going, which is the case with anybody who's never had chickens and who gets chickens and starts raising them like we are, In this case, we'll see what happens. The VetRx is supposed to do the work, and we'll see how it goes. We're going to continue doing this for 5 days. Once we get the eye medication, we're going to start using that as well. And we will keep you folks posted on what happens here with Abigail. But so we made a little area here for her to walk around. Let me show you what it looks like. It's nothing special, but it is, she can come out here and in this little area here if she wants and walk around. We're not too worried about that. And then we've got this covered up because that is gonna kind of act as her chicken coop, dark and protected from the wind. Now the biggest issue about this kitchen is that that's open and all of this is open, and when the wind blows like it is today, it does blow in through here, very much like her chicken coop and run are set up outside. So this is just a smaller version of it. Keep your fingers crossed. Say a few prayers. We don't want to lose another chicken. All right, folks. Well, that'll do it for this video. We will certainly keep you guys posted, though. If you have any comments or suggestions, please drop them down below in the comment section. Like I said, we are new to this, and any input, any experience or stories are going to be helpful for Jen and I. So, but in the meantime, until we have an update on her, that'll do it for this video. If you liked it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you folks on the next video. So, we have an update to Miss Abigail. Unfortunately, she didn't make it. So we're not sure what happened with the eye, but and I'm not going to show it, but it's completely shut and had just really filled up with a lot of fluid. She was really lethargic the last 24 hours. We went out this morning to rub some more of that Vet RX on, and she literally died in my arms. So it sucks. I ain't gonna lie. You know, this whole livestock thing, you know, for this pair of city folk is tough for us to swallow. You know, if you're immersed in this and you know, grew up with this, you know, it's not so bad. But you know, for Jen and I, man, this takes its toll. It's hard because we can't help but feel like, you know, is there something we could have done? Is it because of our inexperience? You know, I mean, all I know is that the more times we do stuff, the more times we try to help, we try to doctor, we'll get better and better at it. But it doesn't make it any easier. So, all right, well, thanks, folks. We're going to lay her to rest in the same spot we laid Betty in the fall, and give her back to the wildlife here, and just be thankful we had the time to spend with her that we did. All right, Miss Abigail.